Hey everybody, this is Merrick coming at you not live, and today we got another figure review. Today we're going to look at the My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Guardians of Harmony, Daring Do Dazzle. A figure that took me too long to track down, at least for a decent price that I wasn't going to, I don't know, just not going to pay, because sometimes collectibles do get expensive, and I'm not gonna lie, she was expensive, but to be all honest with you, I think she's kind of worth it for what she is and what I got her for. And again, not knowing the MSRP of when these first came out. So as you can see, here's Daring Do with everything she comes with, which is actually a decent set of accessories for a Guardians of Harmony figure. As per the usual, her articulation is very much, similar to every other Guardians of Harmony figure. She features the Pegasus body, so, she has the wing slots with two closed wings that can actually be removable, if you remember. So this time, too, her wing, this is from her first appearance, actually, which is why she has, all this stuff, too, on the show, which I believe is called Read It and Weep, if I'm not mistaken. So she had an injured wing, and she was trying to get this artifact from the temple that she was exploring and whatnot. So, yeah, most of her stuff comes from there, also known as AK Yearling. There's a cutie mark again on one side. Standard articulation, if you remember the tail moves, wings move. These can be removable too. Neck moves, also the helmet can come off, which I'll get to later as the helmet can come off, which we'll get to as I explain more of the accessories. I'm just going to stick that back on her head real quick. But yeah, so here is Daring Do Dazzle, aka, well, for some reason they call her Daring Do Dazzle in the merch, but Daring Do, also known as AK Yearling, because she's real! Yes, she was the author of her own stories, and turns out that she was just authoring her real fucking adventures, which is honestly kind of awesome. Either way, yeah, nah, she looks really good. And funnily enough, too, you could tell that her body was molded separately because of these little hinge joints here, which are in green rather than yellow. And that's basically it. There's no paint problems. And honestly, too, there's no paint problems inside of this. And honestly, too, everything else about the figure is very reminiscent. At least these are very reminiscent of, the way they did Clone Troopers for a time. Where they would, I guess, mold part of it in red and whatnot, versus, or whatever color they did the shoulders and shit, but that's not really need to be explained right now. But yeah, outside of that, everything is proper and in place. No paint defects, nothing weird, like the missing whites of teeth and whatnot. Articulation works very fine. Nothing that I feel like is gonna break, except with one exception. We'll get to that soon. And I think that she is a cream of the crop figure right out the gate. I don't really need to explain much on that. So I'm just going to move aside her accessories real quick. I just want to do a quick size comparison and just, in general of how things work. So yeah, here is Daring Do, Pegasus body, all that stuff. Here is Twilight with the similar body design in terms of, how they did her accessories and whatnot. They stand about the same. I think Twi is a little taller, but I could be mistaken. Oh wait, that's just her little. That's just her little booties. Hold on, let me. Her little golden booties. Yeah, she stands about the same. I guess the horn makes it look like she's got extra height. Also, the eyes make her look a little shorter. It's weird. This Twi figure's weird, and I have it in the front collection. God, that face. Only a mother can love that face. And last but not least, better figure than her brother, Shining Armor. Easy, they about the same in height for the most part. Easy size comparison. Real quick, here is for a Star Wars figure, size comparison to a Clone Trooper. These actually scale, I've noted this in all the other reviews. These actually scale really well together, and I did take a bunch of, photos on Blue Sky, so I have some fun photo photography there of some Clone Troopers with Shining Armor, believe it or not. So yeah, Clone Trooper with Daring Do works really well. And last but not least, For a modern Transformer, I brought out a... Oh, shoot, he is... I brought out my, whatchamacallit, Auto Trooper. He's a big boy in comparison to her. So that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool that they actually equal scale and size. So yeah, nah. So far, really good out the gate. Good accessories for, I hope is a... I'm going to guess, I'm just going to go on a limb now that these were probably maybe $20 to $10. I'm going to assume, don't crucify me because I don't know off the top gate. But for value of what you got, good figure, uh-oh, that would have been bad. Good figure, good accessories, yeah, nah, this is really good so far. And I'll get onto the accessories in a bit. I just want to quickly do a showing of the box, because I have the box of this one too. So, unlike, so here it is. It's the same box as the previous, but unlike Shining Armor's box, she has no unique background. It's just El Generico, the background and whatnot. Though the back of the box is a bit more showy, I guess, of like features and advertises another toy. This Applejack, which comes with like a whip launcher for her whip. And I'll get to that in a sec with that little cuff brace that she has there. But yeah, this ain't so bad. You can sort of see how they show off some of how the accessories work. So, with that being shown, let's get on to the accessories. And we'll just do a quick rundown of the shit that comes with every freaking figure. Ta-da! The sticker shield thing that will never not be funny to me. Though I do like that this one fits more with her. It's her cutie mark and her wings on this one. But again, this still feels like a little dollar store toy piece of shit that I really don't know why they gave this with the toy. Again, from what I've seen on the back of another one of these Guardians of Harmony figures, you're supposed to put this on your button for like a button-up shirt for some reason. Or, as I did it, and again, in some more figure photography, I put the Shining Armors, Shining Armors one on a Clone Trooper body for funnies and whatnot. Seriously, you can, like, ponies can ride this. I showed her helmet before, but I'll go back to that again real quick. I'll take it off and take it on camera again, just to show you how that sort of works out. She also so all the new stuff, she comes with a whip, which actually equips onto her better than the spear Shining Armor came with him, which I put on once, had trouble taking off, and I just did not try to do it again, because I did not want to break anything. Especially the figure, but ironically enough too, this is starting to feel a little... Oh, come on, man, focus on me, thank you. The gold on this thing is so fucking strange. I hope it doesn't suffer from GPS, but the gold, like, plastic they used in this is so odd. It looks blurry even when I have it in focus and whatnot. And you can sort of see here the thickness on these little clips. This one's a little thinner, this one's nice and, like, chunky. So I can imagine this one actually comes on and off of Daring Do's leg easier than Shining Armor's, and I will do that right now. As you can see, play pattern, just flick that on and whatnot. And there you go. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. So, that's probably going to be the only equipping showcase I'll do. I'll obviously, I'm going to do something else with that in a little bit to show you the play pattern, I would presume. But the other pieces of accessories that you put on aren't going to be too good, I guess. And I'm not even going to be able to show them off for 100% things right now. So, quick for a quick showing, too. Here is the artifact that she gets. This was actually also from her first episode. I don't know what this thing is called. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a little blue two-headed dog thing, and I like it, so that's pretty cool. And last but not least, the other technical equipment. You get this little suction cup table thing. I've been using it as a table for the artifact and figure photography and other stuff. But what you're supposed to do is you push the button, you pull that out, you get like a little Spider-Man clip. Whoa. Ooh. Is it magnetized? That's spooky. Or did I guess the string warped. Yeah, the string is warping. But yeah, you kind of get that. You can sort of see the little clip there, and I'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, there's two clips. There's this one right here. Come on, focus. Damn it. There we go. This little clip right here. And then there's the standard, like, grip clip thing that you saw there. Now, that's that little extra little nub clip. You're supposed to clip into this. If you saw in the box, she was wearing this little cuff on her leg. And you can see also on the box, too, there was another accessory that you could get from Applejack to put on there. She also came with a similar cuff. So this thing would clip on to, I would presume, you would put this on her leg, and then you'd clip this into here too, or you clip whatever else onto it. Or you could put the hook onto Daring Do's leg. I don't trust this thing's like weight resistance, so it's not worth it. So you clip it on like so, and then you pull the string and it would launch up. But I'm not going to do that because in my testing with the clip and without the clip, the launching launched that little thing and Daring Do wouldn't stay on. So here's the suction in with this real quick. That's how powerful that is. It's not like it's going to whip you like a piece of measuring tape. But it's still pretty fucking cool nonetheless. At least it was nice. At least it's nice that they gave you like a little play feature, even though it doesn't work too well. Also, as for this thing too, the reason why I'm not even trying to mess with this by putting it on her, this is made of a different material than the other accessories I've gotten with these Guardians of Harmony figures. This one's a little more hard, and the last time I took this off, I saw some lightning around that thing, and I don't want this to break on me, so I'm not even going to attempt to put that on her. But yeah, as you saw, that extra upgrade to, that extra accessory we get with Applejack, you plug that into this whip. I don't have it, so you'd plug this into that, and then I guess it has a little spin function. It would like, oops. It would like spin to win and whatnot. But despite all that, Daring Do makes a solid display. Daring Do still makes a solid display figure as well as a little like action toy figure. Hell, this is how I messed around with her for like a long while, just by, setting her up with her little adventuring status and trying to get that thing and whatnot. I guess the play pattern would be like, okay, you could use this as a table too for something, and then, the Bone Warriors of Zumakales have come to stop her from stealing the artifact of the Diamond Dog King or something. I don't know. And you just get them. God, I love setting up stuff for fun, and then it just doesn't want to stay. And then when you actually get it to go, it goes. And then, you play pattern and be like, here come the Bone Warriors. You equip her with her whip, Indiana Jones, Castlevania style, and whoosh, 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 whoosh. And there you go, you beat them. Also, too, just real quick as well, I almost forgot, you can take her helmet off like that. Pull it from the back, not from the front. It's easier to do that way. Boom. But yeah, I like this figure. It's interesting to sort of see how these sort of like evolutions kind of like came about with like toy designs and whatnot. These MLP figures are pretty fun. They're interesting for me to talk about, at least because it's like, this is something I'm into, action figures, and my favorite show had action figure. Well, one of my favorite shows had action figures that I didn't know at the time, and now that I'm able to like get some, just messing around with them, I'm seeing how fun they can totally be. One other last thing too before I go, like I said, I really like this figure. I'm glad that I was able to get my hands on one, because these are for as cheap as Twilight was, these other two and that Changeling are really fucking good. So I'm glad that I'm able to have like some of these in my collection of illustrious figures that I have. But before I go I wanted to just sort of like leave off on something real quick too. outside of everything here, I made a weird comparison. So here's the box again, real quick, right? So when I was just sort of like messing around, I got another sort of figure before, and I'm like, wait a minute, these boxes look kind of similar, even though these didn't come out around the same time. So this is a larger. So this is what I noticed. This is sort of sold in like a larger figure box that Hasbro would do for something like a Star Wars figure. So I think this is like a air quotes deluxe Star Wars figure. It's sort of the same type of box deal as this MLP box. I guess because, you know, horse character, they need a wider box than a regular action figure box, but oh man, I'm gonna try to put this side by side. But yeah, like they're almost this one's a little bigger, but they're almost exactly the same in terms of like width and whatnot. It's not perfect, it's not super one-to-one, but it's just something I noticed when I picked up this guy. I was like, wait a minute. Like, the box is very similar to the Daring Do box and the Shining Armor box. But either way, I'm glad that I was able to pick this up. Now, again, as a collector, I have to warn you, getting these figures specifically secondhand is a pain in the ass. They're very expensive, and I've seen the Pinkie Pie, one of these, which I've honestly been trying to get for a good price. I've seen the Pinkie Pie range. The Pinkie Pie has ranged. I saw her for 15, I skipped out, and now I can't find her anywhere. I kind of want to get the gummy because I have the, because I like the little smaller accessories type figures that these guys come with too. I kind of want to get the gummy because I like gummy. But it's sort of like that. But yeah, just whatever you do, try to find a deal if you really want them. This is a good figure, but it's not $70 to $60 worth. Let me just point this out right now, okay? I don't know how much these were. I'm guessing $20 to $10. And just a price hike like that is insane, okay? I've been over this multiple times. Buy them at your own risk to your wallet. And if you have to make a healthier life choice than to buy an action figure, make the healthier life choice. Don't buy the fucking toy. All I gotta say is, like I said, this figure's really cool, really fun to mess around with because, you know, adventurer style and whatnot. It's a better figure than the Twilight. It's just as good as quality as Shining Armor here. Though again, like, she looks a little better when you face forward than he does, but I guess that I just jogged that down to the design. But as I said, do what makes you happy. If you can find one for a good price, if you can afford this for $60, I guess get it if you want it. If you don't, or you don't think that it's worth it, don't go for it. It'll save you time and money, and it'll keep you from falling. It'll keep you from staying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering, could I have gotten it cheaper? But I digress. Daring Do is a great figure. Check her out if you can, if you want, and that's basically it. Out of all of these, out of all of like the Guardians of Harmony figures that I've talked about, I'd say on the scale, the lowest is so far the lowest at the bottom is Twilight. Just above it is the Changeling. Shining is second, only because, like I said, he's got some weirdness to him. But Daring Do, she's at the top so far, and I'm kind of glad I got her. Honestly, too, for the future, I think I got a few more of these, like, MLP Guardians of Harmony figures that I want to talk about. That's probably going to be a majority of the figure reviews that are going to come out, I think. Not immediately, that's going to be, like, over the course of the year. But I have a bunch of figures, so I have a bunch of figures that I've gotten that I'm like, yes, these are actually really cool and interesting that I want to talk about outside of, like, the Guardians of Harmony stuff. And a few Transformers here and there. We'll see how things play out in the future. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed. And remember, as always, be yourselves and peace.